Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame, that's
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. Alright, so I do believe that this one right here is my round 4 matchup. And yeah, it ends up being what we shall call a Master Duel. We'll have like one of the top decks from Master Duel up against Heroes here. It was a pretty strong rogue deck, and you know, I knew it was going to be pretty bad from the very beginning when he starts off with diameter and everything. And yeah, it's just not looking good for me since I have absolutely 0 hand traps, no going second cards, and he's just going to go like full Mathmech combo draw stuff here. So he's gonna have plenty of hand traps, plenty of interruptions and such. There is the super factorial trap that's basically like Trishula trap version. There's the splash mage so that he can start link climbing up. The decode talker that's going to give him additional draws. The cards like Pot of Greed for 2k life points. There is the set trap and the pass turn to me, and I shall start attempting to proceed to break this board. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Stratos here. We're gonna try to search for something like Mally or Denier, and of course we saw that coming. That's going to get Ash there, which means that this in shuffle should be free to resolve, and we're gonna go ahead and use that to special summon out our Spirit of Neos. And I think what I wanted to do with this was use it to go and grab Polymerization, which, you know, we were running him mostly because of the Protector of the Elements, but I felt like it was also good that he can add Polymerization. He has that little bit of extra utility. So now I can shuffle him into there to special summon the vanilla OG Neos. We can go ahead and use those two to special summon our Infernal Rage, get that free draw off of in shuffle with vanilla Neos in the graveyard. But of course he saw that coming, so down comes the super factorial, bring out the, I think, what is it called, the Allosphacia, so it has to negate. It's gonna Trishula me, send one, it hits the Miracle Fusion, which kind of sucks too because now that play is gone where I could have, you know, discarded the Liquid Soldier off of my Ferris and still, you know, been able to do a little bit more. But now I kind of want to just hold the Ferris in my hand, and I mean not hold the Ferris in my hand, but hold the Liquid Soldier in my hand. So trying to decide what I am able to do here. We're going to go ahead and activate the Polymerization. He negates it. So now, as it seems that he probably doesn't have any more interruptions, we're going to proceed into our Ferris line. And yeah, I just feel like he didn't possibly draw enough hand traps to be able to stop me. We're going to use Vion to send the Mally Boy. Then we're going to add that Polymerization that we have back off in there. And just trying to decide what is my best course of action here. We're going to go ahead and shuffle back in our OG Neos so that we can go ahead and get that free draw. It also puts him back inside of the deck for our Infernal Rage. And yeah, so I think we drew Shadow Mist. Yeah, we got the Shadow Mist in hand now. So now we have a couple of options, but we're still going to go ahead and go into the Infernal Rage play, reveal our Shining Neo Swingman to be able to go ahead and get our vanilla Neo so that we can poly into our boy Infernal Rage, get that favorite contact interruption in case he does have something like Nib, and we also get the draw to, and you know, we have gives us access to Shining Neo Swingman, like I said. So there goes the Polymerization there using the vanilla Neos, and of course our elemental hero Graceful Charity. We're going to chain link 1 Graceful Charity, chain link 2 Infernal Rage to add that favorite contact to our hand, and then we are going to draw 2, discard 1. You know, pretty beneficial that we also have the Shadow Mist that we can discard and be able to get like our Denier or something for free. But we did draw the Denier. We go ahead and discard the Shadow Mist anyway. We're going to use Shadow Mist effect. There's not too much left to add here, except for this guy, in case, like I said, he has Nib or something that's going to prevent us from killing him. At least we have the Spirit of Neos, which will be there to, you know, possibly protect our life points. We're going to go ahead and tribute off our Infernal Rage. We're going to go get the Aqua Neos, the Elemental Hero Aqua Neos. You know, since our Miracle Fusion is gone, I feel like it's a good option since I can't search the Miracle Fusion with the Shining. We can go ahead and try to discard this Denier here, which, you know, if I hadn't have been greedy in the first place, I should have just discarded the Denier so that I would have access to Mally and Denier inside of my graveyard. So yeah, play mistake we ended up making there, but we do force out the Nibiru because he was in danger of getting it discarded by the Aqua Neos there. So yeah, you know, like one of the craziest things, like in this rogue format tournament, without playing like the mass heroes and stuff off in there, with Dark Law being banned, you know, we have the room and the extra deck for different like utility cards like this Elemental Hero Aqua Neos that we have there. And yeah, we get nibbed, and like I said, if I had discarded the Denier like a good player, then we would still have plays here with Denier and Mally because he's just sitting in the graveyard. We never banished to special summon him in the first place. We could have been able to make some plays, but yeah, no, we didn't do that. And so he goes ahead and summons out what is this, verbal I don't know, one of the Mathmech monsters, and I think he's just like an Nobble it started with Nebula or something. It started with an N, but he's going to go ahead and go into Link Karibo here. Very smart heads up play by him, because basically what that's going to do is lock me out of my favorite contact, because the Link Karibo has the ability to negate trap cards. So yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit there. So it's like now I'm trying to think, as long as he doesn't put out like what is it, like an Omni negate or something, then I should be fine. He's gonna go ahead and bring out another, I can't think of what that thing's name is. We'll just go with Mathmech Exceed Monster, the one that searches. So we will be able to draw him here, but I don't think it really matters all that much, because he pretty much could link climb into whatever he wants. But I think he opts not to end up link climbing into a lot of stuff, because yeah, the favorite contact is kind of like holding him back a little bit, and he's going to use the nib to attack over the token. And I'm just trying to decide if I want to go ahead and Spirit of Neos here, because I did draw him, which means that I cannot add anything from my deck to my hand either. So I'm trying to weigh my options if I want to go ahead and take this life point damage. So I am going to go ahead and take that damage. I was looking for my increase. We're going to put increase into our spell and trap cards on. Also take the damage from Link Karibo. And yeah, I feel like we're pretty solid in this position. He did not go for the OTK, which I feel like if he had been, this Link Karibo would have had to get off the board so that he could link climb properly, and then our favorite contact would have been live. So yeah, he plays around that, then goes into some more Mathmech plays. There goes another Splash Mage down to the board, the Diameter into the Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker target Heat Soul, and Heat Soul is going to give him some more additional draw power here. And he still has the Link Karibo, which is locking down my favorite contact. But the thing is, like, the increase counts as a continuous trap as well. So, you know, maybe we can possibly bait him into using the Link Karibo to negate our increase. But he ends up climbing up into the Dark Fluid Dragon thing and discards the one that is a spell and trap negate, I believe. So yeah, so now we have to worry about the spell and trap negate as well. And we'll go ahead and start off our turn here with Mally. We go ahead and banish him to special summon out the next one. And I'm basically trying to figure out how to bait out this Link Karibo effect and how to negate out this monster effect. He goes ahead and uses the monster he sent with Dark Fluid to banish my increase. Then we'll summon Denier, use his effect to put Mally back. You know, you don't normally have to normal summon out a Denier, but in desperate times call for desperate measures. We're gonna go ahead and bring out the Mally. We're gonna go ahead and go Cross Crusader, Cross Crusader effect to add back this Mally. We're going to send the Mally. There's not really too much we can add here because we're only playing one increase, which means like Ferris only helps one time. But, and also his Dark Fluid Dragon negates the effects of monsters in the battle phase. So it's like, yeah, I have to be like pretty careful here as I try to reconsider my options. But with only like one increase, and I believe Plasma is already in the graveyard, so like at this point it doesn't really matter which one I add. I'm not gonna be able to play it. So we go ahead and add the Stratos. This is like one of those times where actually like having Evil Hero adjusted gold would have been spectacular. But yeah, so we have to go ahead and just add the Stratos here. You know, I'm keeping in mind also that not only does this Dark Fluid Dragon negate the effects of my monsters in a battle phase, but also this Link Karibo can still negate my favorite contact. So I don't want him to be on the board. When I flip this up, it gets a negate. And I think like also his Dark Fluid Dragon has like it now has like 8k attack or something crazy like that, because he goes ahead and uses the effect of it to send another monster to the graveyard. We're gonna attack over the Link Karibo, get in a little damage there, and then before the start of his turn also, I do believe we just go ahead and flip up this favorite contact. Or did I wait to? I'm pretty sure I'll probably just wait to his turn because it has different attributes now, so that I can go ahead and get 2 pops. And I definitely don't want that thing on the board when it comes to the battle phase. It has a lot of attack. Okay, so yeah, I did just go ahead and activate it. I'm going to put back Mally and Plasma. I go ahead and decide to put back Mally and Plasma, and we're going to go ahead and make DPE, since DPE is, you know, good enough to be able to take this guy down. And it's also going to give us a couple of options here. We go ahead and use DPE's effect, pop that guy, and proceed to end phase, since DPE can be used during multiple times. And we also have the Spirit of Neos to protect us, but DPE quickly taken care of by this Kaiju monster that we have here. This guy has plenty of tricks up his sleeves, but yeah, Kaiju easily outs my DPE. He goes Cynet Mining. We got the Ash on there, and we are able to take the game. So even though we lost the die roll, we opened up no going second cards. We had enough of that enough hero power to be able to push through his Ash, push through the Super Factorial Trishula effect and the Omni negate effect. And yeah, somehow we pushed through. We were able to find a way to win. You know, sometimes, you know, you hate drawing those cards like Miracle Fusion and, you know, those 1-ofs. Like, no, we didn't draw the poly. I think we searched for the poly. Yeah, we searched for the poly. It's just like you gotta play to your outs as best you can. Try to think about what your opponent has, what they can do, and, you know, just be able to play through it. You know, the elemental hero Aqua Neos, being able to force out the early nib. And yeah, like if I had discarded the denier like a good player, we would have actually had a couple of plays into that more. But yeah, you know, it's all good. We still found a way to win. And, you know, we just got a little bit greedy there with the Shadow misplay. But at the end, we still had Spirit of Neos to back us up. And yeah, so it turned out, you know, pretty good. Going into this match, I was trying to decide, you know, if Droll is pretty good against him, or like what hand traps would be best, because I wanted to be able to side in the crossout designator and to have at least like 2 of all the trap cards and stuff, because I know that they're real heavy on trap cards I'm saying trap cards. I mean, they're real heavy on hand traps as well. So I wanted to have crossout available to hit those hand traps, because I don't want to get drolled and lose the game. You know, it just happens like quite a bit, you know. So we have to take a chance and, you know, play some of the hand traps at 1 and just hope that, you know, we draw enough hand traps to be able to stop him from like building a crazy board, but also, you know, have some in there so that if we do have the cross out, we can cross them out and keep them from just like completely ending our turn. And I do believe that this is the game where what is it? I drew increase and it kind of really sucked. I get ashed on my Mhero lives here. As you can see, he also did force me to go. He forced me to go first. So I'm trying to decide if it's even worth it to go ahead and pitch my increase to break to have it in the graveyard for my fairs, but I go ahead and just decide against it. I'm just gonna set the imperm, set the increase, and yeah, he's gonna Cosmic Cyclone away my imperm, and then he goes Signet Mining. I'm going to ash that away, but fortunately we draw the denier here, so we're gonna bring out our Ferris with no effect. We're gonna link both of those guys off into our Cross Crusader, and he's trying to decide what to do here. He goes ahead and imperms my Cross Crusader, and without a Destiny Hero banished or in the graveyard, we're not going to be able to use our Denier's effect. And yeah, so now he's got the what is it, the Mathmech monster. He goes ahead and summons it, and I'm not sure like what his plan was or what this face down card was. Oh, it's like some trap card, I forget what it does. I think it like destroys my monster or something like that. I've never seen that trap card before. I still can't even remember what it does now. I just thought it was weird. I thought it was going to be like some kind of quick play, what is it? Quick play, modify attack and defense type card or something, you know, but I didn't have any other plays anyway, so I went with it, and now he's able to go, you know, like Mathmech combo, and, you know, I just try to pretend here like I don't have Nib. I was like, yeah, we don't have Nib. I just let him go ahead and play out his turn, try to see if he's going to try to go for game. But, you know, even if he doesn't go for game here, or he's not able to get game here, he still got the trap card, which is going to allow him to do bad things to me on my turn. You know, I say bad things for me, but good things for him. And yeah, you know, I think like the strangest thing about this game was that he decided to allow me to go first, which, you know, I don't know. It was a little different, but I guess it's going to work out in his favor. He's able to get out the Heat Soul here. He's going to have like a additional Pot of Greed effect. And when he tries to go into battle phase, I'm going to go ahead and try to nib here. But I didn't realize the Exceed monster had been made with the monster that gives him an Omni negate. So yeah, that nib there, wasted energy. And it just is what it is. I couldn't do anything about it. I remember because I'll be forgetting like which one it is that gives the monster the Omni negate, which either way, it was bad for me because, you know, even if I had drawn something useful, he would have been able to negate it anyway, and I just didn't have like any fight left to be able to play through, you know, an Omni negate and a super factorial. So now going into this game too, you know, we go ahead and side back in, you know, our stronger going first cards, and, you know, we leave in the crossout designators. We try to leave in 2 of most of all the hand traps. That way I can make sure that I have a cross out target inside of my deck in case I do draw one, because there are plenty of times where, you know, I side in, you know, just the one nib, the one droll or something, and then, you know, hoping to cross it out, and then I open up with it in my opening hand, and it's like, no. So yeah, I try to at least leave 2 of each of the hand traps inside of my deck so that I'm able to cross them out, even if I do draw one of them. And we are going to opt to go first here. We have a very strong opening hand with a Hero Lives, Ferris, and Shadow Mist. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this line of play, and I go ahead and put increase into my spell and trap cards on. Then we're going to use Shadow Mist effect. We're going to add Plasma just in case he has Droll here, because I still would be able to go into something here. So because of time constraints, I go ahead and decide not to activate a Hero Lives, because I want to say we had like 8 minutes or so left, and if I get hand trapped there, I felt like I was going to lose. Like, I don't know if I made the right play there, but I'm not able to do much of anything else because of the imperm on the increase. But it's just like, I didn't feel like I had enough time to be able to like combo correctly and, you know, take that 4K hit to my life points. I was going to actually try to go into Dystopia to burn him for 1100, you know, towards the end of my combo and stuff. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. We end up getting imperm. Now he goes into, you know, Mathmech plays here, and I really feel like you know, if he hadn't have got like too greedy with it, which, you know, I understand, you know, it's like we're going into time, and, you know, probably didn't think that I had too many hand traps since I did decide to go first. But he link climbs all the way up into his dark fluid dragon, and he's got even like Mathmech equation and such here. And he's going to be able to go ahead and send the monster to negate spells and traps, and we are going to nib there. The only thing that sucks is you know, like I said, going into time, I didn't want to put the Nibiru token into attack position here because I was a little bit worried. And, you know, the thing that sucks is like we still have this a hero lives that we can't really activate. Probably should have sided it out. We're going to try to proceed into the battle phase so that we can attack over the token. But before the start of battle phase, he decides to flip up the super factorial, which is going to allow him to, you know, get the effects to send a card from the hand and from our field to the graveyard. And, you know, not too sure why he did it before the start of the battle phase, but yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. So we got the imperm there. We're going to be able to a hero lives, and we're going to try to make up for that 4k damage by putting some damage on the board. And, you know, there's only like minutes, maybe like seconds and stuff left. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like it's getting really close to time here, so I have to go pretty fast. We're gonna poly into our sunrise here, sunrise to grab miracle fusion, we're gonna throw that down. And, you know, like it doesn't feel optimal or anything at all. I don't even think I took the time to search with my infernal rage. I was just trying to get into the thing as quickly as possible. We declare an attack with Vion, use sunrise effect to pop the Mathmech monster, then redeclare Vion attacking into the token, and then we're able to attack with sunrise and our infernal rage to be able to get enough damage to push over the hero lives damage that we took. So yep, that's the match. Appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next visual.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he shining out and popping to over 9k. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.